Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with the wonderful Mark Griffin. Mark Griffin, how we doing today, brother?
I'm great.
Hey, listen here, guys. All jokes aside, Mr. Mark Griffin and I, we have come together. We've been able to collaborate and get together. And he said, we got kind of a conversation online is where it started. And I was telling him, you know, I'm really looking for a rod to meet my specific needs. And he's a custom rod builder. And so he's like, well, let's talk about things a little bit. Well, here's the thing, folks. I don't know everything about rods. Mr. Griffin here, he's not claiming.
I know a little bit.
But there's one thing that is pretty cool. It's learning together.
Right.
And I love to learn together about things. And I don't know it all either. But as a newer rod builder and being newer to the industry, what does it feel like having your rods out there, getting a few out there now? And what is the experience in building an actual rod for somebody?
Me, it's a sense of, you get that sense of pride and accomplishment. When you see that person, you hand that rod, and you see them light up, and then you see them go out there and actually put it to use and catching fish with it, and then experience the difference between a custom rod and an off-the-shelf rod. I'm like, don't get me wrong, there's some beautiful off-the-shelf rods, but most people have never experienced putting a custom rod in their hand. And it's until you do it, it's undescribable. It's a night and day difference.
Let's talk about some of those night and day differences. Let's talk about, for instance, yes, I am here. He's made me a rod. I ain't gonna lie to you. He made me a frogging rod and a flipping rod. And folks, I want to tell you something. It is absolutely stunning. I begged him not to pull it out because I didn't want to see it yet. I'm so excited. I just want to go fishing. But long story short, you know, he built it to what I needed. And when you build to what your need is, as you talk about off-the-shelf stuff like that, you're not knocking companies.
No, absolutely not. There's some great rod companies. You know, St. Croix is probably one of my favorite rod companies, and they build some amazing rods. But when you start taking those blanks, even that same blank that St. Croix uses, and then you hand it to a custom builder and let them build it,
right?
Even then, you're taking another step up from a St. Croix. It's no longer a St. Croix at that point.
That's right. Well, let's talk about a little bit of the wrapping you do on your guides. All right. Now, when you wrap a guide, what goes into wrapping a guide?
So there's a couple different guides. Obviously, you've got spinning, casting, and then you've got double foot, single foot, flies, a whole other issue. I haven't even dove into that aspect yet. But on most single foot guides, it's pretty straightforward. It's a single thread wrap. And then you've got multiple different sizes of thread too. So you start with like size A being your smallest, which is, my eyes are getting bad. I'm getting old. I had to start breaking out readers just to work with size A.
Right.
And it's just a single wrap, and it's, you know, it's a little tricky learning how to start it to where it basically grips itself and locks it down. You wrap the guide, and then how to tie it off. The size D, which is much larger, it's almost double the diameter of A. Much easier to work with, especially with aging eyes. And then the decorative side of it is a whole nother aspect. That's where it gets. It'll make you go cross-eyed after a few minutes of that. Yeah.
What made you want to start getting into building custom rods?
I've got a lot of nice high-end reels. I mean, and I ain't going to tell you how much some of them cost, but you start spending that kind of money on nice reels, you want a quality rod to match it. And after, I think I spent around $300 on off-the-shelf rod, and it was an extremely high-end rod. It was $300-something. I got it on sale, so. And after fishing with it for about a month, honestly, I took it back to the store.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? It has some of the qualities that I was looking for, but not everything.
Right.
And I ended up just taking it back to the store. And I haven't got around to building myself one yet. I've been busy building them for other people. I like a certain butt length. I like a certain position where my reel sits. And that's something you're not going to get with an off-the-shelf rod.
Oh, we talked about butt lengths. Let's talk about butt lengths on rods.
That is infinite possibilities. You know, everybody has their own specific needs when it comes to that. I like a little bit longer butt section. I got a little kink in my elbow, one in my, shoulder, and you get out there and you're casting, especially as a bass fisherman, you know this, you're casting all day long. And at the end of the day, you're like, man, my shoulder is killing me. So when you're talking about position and fighting a fish, leverage, I like to tuck that butt underneath my arm sometimes for that extra leverage, especially setting the hook, fighting a big fish. Some people like shorter. They don't need that extra leverage.
Well, and it also depends on the situation. It's very situational. I mean, that's where we were talking about, you're excited about bringing a bass fishing guy on. You're like, we need to talk a little more. Well, one of the first things I brought up was a butt. I said, like this river right here, Mark.
Yeah.
I love fishing this river, but I throw a jig a lot. And I promise you, every day I come home, I'm bruised because the butt
just whack your side. Yeah,
that's right, and that is a big deal.
Yep.
And it took me Laney, 7-8 rods to finally find one that would even work.
Right.
And so building a specific rod, a custom rod to that need, it's very, very genuine, and it's something that means a lot to me. Because one, my ribs ain't hurt, but two, it's being able to get out there and thoroughly hit your points, hit your spots. If I'm looking to skip cast to a tree or something, that butt's not hanging up, getting in my way. And it's also not too short. It's got the proper lengths and stuff. So, and I know for inshore, with your red guides and stuff like that, I'm sure that guide's built to hold in there, isn't it?
Yeah. So red fishing is basically saltwater bass fishing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these redfish are hitting the same type of things. You can fish them bottom jigs, spinners, top water, same type of techniques that you use bass fishing. It used to be just you could grab a rod off the shelf and that was what everybody used. Yeah. There was a few different techniques, specific rods, but today it feels like there's 40 different techniques when it comes to bass fishing. They've developed so many different techniques over the years with drop shotting and Senkos and the Ned rig and all these new techniques, and it requires a specific rod. It doesn't require it,
but it helps.
I mean, right? You don't need a boat to fish, but it helps.
It helps. It
right?
helps. Well, you talk about rods again. We're going to bring up how things have changed, forward facing sonar.
Right. That's been a huge controversy.
Oh, that's been a big deal. And whether you're with it or against it, you have to do something.
It's a tool.
It's a tool.
We're out here to have fun, and I understand from a competition standpoint, it's a whole different thing. But we're out here to have fun, and anything that's going to help me achieve my goal of catching fish, which is what equals fun for me.
That's right.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Well, the way I look at it, Mark, is if I'm not winning without it, I might as well win with it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Because it's better than getting beat by it.
Right.
So, I don't know, folks. I mean, forward-facing sonar, it has hurt a lot of lure companies, I know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can still catch them on the bank. You just got to be better.
Yep.
And you got to find your fish, and makes us all better, in my opinion. Because as them boys are beating these fish up offshore, you can pull inshore and learn a lot.
Oh, yeah.
When you get on them stumps and stuff like that, Mark, I'm telling you, forward facing is not just for being offshore.
Right.
It's a tool. It's a tool.
I've got a lot of inshore guys in my Salt Strong group that actually have started using forward facing sonar for inshore, for targeting speckled trout and your inshore species, redfish. Because, like I said, it's bass fishing. We target the same structures: docks, pilings, rocks, trees. And those fish hold to the same structure. They look for the same ambush points, just like freshwater fishermen do. So, I mean, it's really just the other side of the same coin.
Yeah. Well, let's talk rods. You got your inshore series.
Yep.
And you got your offshore series.
So what we started out doing was I said, I want to make a rod that's affordable for the everyday person. And I know can change for every person. What's affordable to you may not be affordable to me.
Very dynamic.
Vice versa. Right. There's a huge curve there when you say affordable. But my goal was to try to keep it as close to the $200 price point as possible. And I feel like for $200, if you could go buy a custom rod for $200,
you've done something.
You've done something.
Yeah.
You may not get all the bells and whistles and the fancy stuff for that $200 price point, but you're going to get a nice quality blank. It's going to be customized to you. The fit, the finish is going to be just as good as anything off the shelf, if not better. You're going to get your choice of grips and colors and stuff that you're not going to get in the store. You're going to get what they got, and that's what you get. Yeah. With a custom rod, you get to choose.
Right.
So, and I like having that ability. Like I love orange. Orange is my favorite color.
That's right.
and I've got 2 Daiwa reels that are orange and black. So I built my one.
But, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I'm going to throw a little bit of a spoiler alert in there. He even went to the point of matching my boat. I mean,
I pained myself over the color. I'm like, no.
Literally.
I ordered some thread, and it came in, and I literally wrapped the rod with it. And I picked another color off my shelf, and I wrapped it with that color yellow. And I looked at my wife, and I said, I don't like either one of
that's
these.
not the yellow of the boat.
That's not the yellow. I said, I asked Laney for send me another video. I said, please send me a video or something of the boat. I said, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I literally drove an hour the next morning to go pick up more thread.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I put it on the rod, I knew immediately. I'm like, that's it. That's the color.
This is it. And that is why I am with Mr. Griffin right now. We are talking on the river, and we're having this conversation because when someone goes out of their way to help you, you do whatever you can to help them. And that is, you served in the military as well,
I
didn't
did. I was in the Marine Corps for about 10 years.
you? Wow. Thank you. Number one, thank you for doing that. At the end of the day, Mark, it's about working with people and doing the right thing.
Right.
And being honest.
Yep.
And if you don't like something, all you got to do is say, Mark, that wasn't right. He'll fix it, folks. Go to the store and tell the store that ain't right.
Right.
What are they going to tell you?
Yep.
You got a receipt?
I was just telling you, Jason, like when I first got here, like one of my first rods I ever built, I was out fishing with a guy, and he had set it in a fishing cart, and it had rubbed through the epoxy. And I said, man, let me have the rod. I said, I'll get it back to you in 2 days. And I took it home. I sanded it all down, refinished it, and brought it back to him. I mean, but that's the kind of service I want to give my customers. I want them to be like, hey, this something happened. Like, bring it back to me. Let me take a look at it.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can fix it.
Yeah, so a little bit about your warranty.
I'm not going to tell you to, pack it up and hit the road.
Yeah, so a little bit about your warranty and kind of how you stand behind your rods.
Right, so, we'll stand behind it. If there's something that fails in the rod, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to charge you to fix it. Now, I mean, if you're trying to boat flip 4-pounders, that's on you.
That's on you.
You're high sticking it, that's on you. I mean, you can tell the difference. If you ride around with the rod in the back of your pickup truck, it's going to break.
Don't do that.
These are extremely high quality blanks. Specifically yours.
Right.
Yours is probably a little bit tougher than his, but it is extremely high modulus, and with that higher quality blank becomes a thinner wall.
Yeah.
But you get the lightness, you get the sensitivity. You still have the strength, but it does not withstand impact. So if it's bouncing around, hitting anything, really, you're going to weaken that blank. Eventually, it is going to break. I cannot stress that enough.
And that's something we can talk about. Let's talk about.
You really have to take care of these rods. I mean, keep them in a rod sleeve, keep them protected. Even when you're shoving them in a rod locker, I know even on my big boat, like stuff gets banged around and beat up all the time. So I actually broke one of my own rods that I built. It was my mistake. I left an egg weight on the rod, and it was just bouncing while the rod's going on the road, and the weight hit the rod and snapped it. So they are that sensitive. Now, an off-the-shelf rod, an old ugly stick or something, probably not going to happen.
No.
You could probably have an 8-ounce egg sinker bouncing on there, and you're not going to hurt it. But this was literally a 1/2-ounce egg sinker, but it hit the blank hard enough where it snapped it. So
golly.
They are very sensitive. So there's a different level of care that you have to take with a custom rod. Yeah. So I've built a couple pink rods already, pink accented rods. But this is the first one I kind of went all out, did some really nice decorative stuff. I added like sparkle to everything. I threw mica powder and got metallic in everything here. So all the wraps have metallic.
So build time's genuinely about.
And you can just feel the weight of that rod, how light it is.
Golly.
And this is not the same quality blank as yours. Don't get me wrong. This is a great blank. This is still a Rain Shadow. It's their RX6 series, so it's their RX6 graphite. And it is extremely light and sensitive. Yours is a whole different level. We'll talk about that when we get to it, though.
Yeah.
Now, this is a medium action, more leaning towards a little bit medium light, but it is a fast tip, so it's great for top water. Excellent rod for top water. You get that nice fast recovery in the tip, so when you're working that top water and that tip flexes, it's going to recover really quick.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic, especially for like a wacky rig.
Walking the dog, anything like that, top water is it's going to be really sensitive on bottom when you got a jig or something on bottom and you're just kind of wanting to bounce it, just move it very little. This rod's going to do really good.
Well, what do you think, Miss Laney?
It's definitely light. That's
Mark,
nice.
thank you.
No.
I mean, absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I mean, all right. So we were talking about my rod.
Yep.
I would like for you to break down this rod for me. Let's talk about the blank first, and then let's go step for step. What went into this rod, what the build is for it, and kind of what the goal is behind it.
So this is a little bit new one for me. This is the first bass rod I've built. I say that. I've built some casting rods, like the first one I brought to you. But I built them for the purpose of inshore fishing. But again, like
you can do
said,
anything with them.
You can do anything. The rod doesn't care what fish you catch.
Right.
But this was very specific technique and application that you asked for. So I did a lot of research on this and came up with this rain shadow blank. And mainly because I love building on their blanks. I've had great experience building on them. They're good quality. And this is their words. It's one of the finest quality blanks they make.
It's the Maserati of rods.
I've heard these style blanks, these extremely high modulus called Ferrari blanks.
Yeah.
They're extremely lightweight, strong, and like you're gonna love this rod. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, it says on the website.
Right.
It says on the website. It says this thing for a year. It had 0 failures.
Right. So Batson's pro staff, their pro staff used these blanks for a year and had 0 failures. So that speaks a lot for the quality of the graphite and the blank itself. So
right.
I basically followed Batson's what they call a recipe for building this rod. They had an online recipe with components, and I swapped it out for. They had one with aluminum, and it was all blue. So I went through. I said, you know what? We're obviously not doing blue. I said we want lightweight. So I said we're going all carbon fiber. We're going all black. We're going to get enough color from the guide wraps and the decorative stuff where I think we can just stick with black on the handles and grips. So that's what I did. I went all black carbon fiber. And you can see the grip is extremely light. The only thing aluminum back here is going to be your butt cap.
Look at that, folks. And now this is a 7.
This is a 7'4".
7'4".
Right.
7'4". Look at this, folks. Carbon fiber. Look at that reel seat.
And if you notice, that is actually the blank that goes through the handle. So you're really
sensitivity.
Now this is a sleeve right here. This is actually a sleeve. But it is so micro thin. It is basically welded to that blank. It's so thin.
Wow.
And this is actually the blank sticking through the handle. So you're going to feel everything.
Everything.
If something touches that bait, you're going to feel it.
That is absolutely incredible. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. I really wanted a jig rod. I mean, come on, man. Look at the details, folks. Look at the details. Absolutely beautiful rod.
And there's actually we put like a gold mica powder in there too to kind of help accent. And fill in some of those blank spots where it was just going to be gray or black. I wanted it to really sparkle.
That's amazing.
And I know bass fishermen aren't really into the decorative thing. That's more of a saltwater pier fisherman type thing. But
I don't know.
I'll be honest. You know what? I think I need to bring it to the bass fishing world.
I think you need to bring it on back, and I think it's going to work just fine. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. What does this thing weigh?
It weighed in just over 5 ounces. So I'm not sure. I haven't weighed a bass rod in quite some time, but it was just over 5 ounces when I weighed it.
What kind of eyes are these?
These are all titanium with the gold. I think they call it zirconium inserts. Or
wow,
those are made by Batson or Rain Shadow as well.
Ooh, that is.
These are all
stunning.
Alps or Batson components that are on the rod. So. Extremely high quality stuff.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you can tell just.
It's going to be extremely sensitive, yeah.
That thing is unreal. I mean, because, this is a high-end rod. You got some gentlemen out there that fish for a living.
Right.
This is going to be their style of rod. I mean, they want to match their boats. They want to have the high-end everything. So, what is a rod like this fully built?
The quality of this blank, the cost of this blank, and the components, if I was to build this for somebody, you would be in the $500 to $600 range.
But I was thinking, I'm going to tell you, when you look at something this special, with this much detail, build time, what was your build time?
It was right at a week.
A week build time, and you're still getting a $500 to $600 rod with these kind of components? I'm sorry. If you can call that expensive all you want, brother, but that's a lot of work.
Look,
Number one.
I'm still learning, and I'll admit that to anybody. I'm still learning. There's a lot I had to learn, and there are some amazing rod builders out there. So
there is.
There are some absolutely like Mike Garone. Like I watch a lot of his videos. If you look him up,
yeah,
his thread work is astonishing.
Yeah,
I love watching his videos, and I'm just sitting there scratching my head, like, how does he do that? Like I'm sitting there like I need more magnification. I can't even see.
Yeah, and you're someone that has also been open to helping people.
Right.
You know, if you're wanting to get into the rod building business, reach out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this is all about, is helping each other.
Right. I had a friend of mine when I first started. He was like, "Man, can I come watch you?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely, man. Come on."
Golly, you ought to feel the sensitivity. I'm sitting here playing with a rod as he talks.
I asked my wife. I said, "I hope he's got a reel ready for this."
Oh,
thing.
I do. I got it set up right there. I'm gonna pull it off. I got a Shimano Sitica that I've been running for like 8 years.
Right.
And that has been my jig reel.
Okay.
I've about wore that thing completely out, but you know what? It ain't broke yet.
Yep.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's it.
So I'll be sliding that on there, and we're probably gonna make a few casts with it today, so we can catch a few before he leaves. Now you said, where are you originally from?
So I was born in Buffalo, New York. My parents moved to Georgia when I was not even a year old, and I was raised just south of Atlanta in Clayton County, half down in Spalding County in Griffin, Georgia, growing up, before I went into the military after high school.
Yeah, man. How many years in the military?
10 years in the military, everywhere from South Carolina was a majority of my service time, and then a couple years down in South Louisiana. Mm-hmm. Which is South Carolina and Louisiana is where I got my love for saltwater fishing. So
yeah,
that's why I'm living near the Gulf Coast now, down in Mobile. So
there's some mullet right there calling your name.
Oh yeah,
they know I got a saltwater guy. They said, bring him here. Well, number one, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I mean, it's an honor to work with someone with number one, just being a good person. It's hard to find good people in this world, it seems.
You try to, man. That's getting tougher, ain't it?
It's getting rough.
Yeah.
It's getting rough. And I think we all need to share the love a little more out here.
Yep. Place, right time.
That's right.
I'll take that.
And you answered our message, and you're here to help me, and I'm here to help you, and it's going to be an honor.
Yep.
It's going to be an honor. And your wife, by the way.
Yeah.
She made these shirts. Check out
my
these
wife's
shirts.
doing an amazing job with these shirts.
Look at that.
Yeah, she did amazing. Like, she made mine here.
Oh, yours?
Wow. I did my name on it. We did the logo on the sleeve.
Is that not awesome?
And then
look at this, folks.
Logo on the back.
Absolutely incredible.
So,
and your wife's name is?
My wife's name's Heather.
Heather.
And we're just getting started with that. So
right.
she's doing all the Cricut vinyl stuff and heat pressing. So we're doing shirts and towels. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, let me show you guys. He's also doing towels here. Let me show you. Because I am a huge fan of towels because, man, you catch a fish, first thing you want to do
is wipe your hands.
wipe your hands.
And especially when you got this nice rod, you don't want to go wiping all that over your rod.
I will not be. I'll have me a Griffin rag and I'll be cleaning my rod.
That's it. We're trying to keep it, geared towards the fisherman.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're really doing is focusing on like the sun shirts, fishing towels, and we'll expand as we grow.
Y'all check out Griffin Rods. Where are you located now, brother?
So I'm in Loxley, Alabama, on the east side of Mobile Bay.
Okay, and what's the best way to get a hold of you?
They can go to our website, which is griffincustomrods.com. Check out our Facebook, same thing, Griffin Custom Rods, or our Instagram. That's
right. Check us out as well, Jason Wayne Hunter, everywhere. Social media, Facebook, anywhere you want to check us out, check us out. It's Hunter's Wheelhouse, Jason Wayne Hunter. Or, if you want, just listen up, and I'm going to make a few videos on these rods here. And you ain't got to worry about looking me up because you'll probably find me.
That's it.